Hello, this is Disney Out Loud. I'm Leon.
And I'm Jessica.
And today we're going to have a little time of Disney talk. So, starting us off, we're going to talk about some news that came out on Friday.
Yes. Well, it's official. Spider-Man is now back in the MCU.
For a little bit.
I could not be happier. He's one of my personal faves, and I know a lot of people really love him. So Tom Holland's coming back to continue playing him, and he is going to get a third movie in 2021, which is super exciting.
And they also said that he's going to be open to join, I think, at least one other Marvel property. So we don't know yet which film it's going to be in, but it's nice that he's going to be a part of it. I'm hoping this is more of just a continuation, a bridge to the next deal, not a final deal.
I'm pretty sure there was some talk that they wanted Spider-Man to show up with Captain Marvel.
That's a good idea. I like the two most likable characters to be together on screen. That way, you know, if you take great and you add greater to it, then maybe Captain Marvel can teach him the ways of how to be.
That was what Iron Man did. Iron Man was really all he needed.
And look what happened to him. So, I think it's a bit interesting that this news dropped just 4 days before the release of the next DVD for Spider-Man Far From Home. I think maybe it was a little bit thought of beforehand to say, let's hold up on this news till the DVD is going to be released and then release it to maybe boost sales. But I'm just happy it's happening either way, because it's going to be good to see Spider-Man. I really enjoyed Tom Holland. I think he does a great job in the Spider-Man role. And I'm just waiting to hear now about when we're going to have our next Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
If it's gonna happen.
Preach. If it's gonna happen, how could I know? It did so well, and it was so well
It's the
received.
least grossing Spider-Man movie, though, out of all the Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield.
But it is the most grossing animated Spider-Man movie of all time.
Because it's the only animated Spider-Man movie of all time.
Well, maybe that's why, because it's animated and made less. But it was also
Got a problem with cartoons?
No, well, I don't. I'm looking forward to the next one. So I'm hoping for that to happen. I thought it was a really great film. But we'll have to wait and see what Sony does with it to make another one. Also this week, what other Disney news do we have?
I don't know. What else happened?
Theme park news? The opening of the Skyline was this week. 0 confirmed fatalities as of yet. We will keep a running total at the bottom of the screen as the season goes on to see how many people fall from the sky buckets. Anything else?
No, not that I know of.
Spider-Man was enough. We're going to be back a little bit after a short break. We're going to be showing Jessica the Frozen 2 trailer. And if she remains conscious, we'll talk about that next. Till then, see you later. So, we just finished watching the most recent trailer. Is it the third trailer? I don't remember. Second trailer for Frozen. It was more of the full trailer. And Jessica, disclaimer first before we go to Jessica's reactions. Jessica's a self-professed Frozen hater. Unfortunately, something happened between watching the film and the development of herself as a teenager that caused her to hate Frozen. And so she comes into it with perhaps a different perspective than the rest of us here at D23. Disney Out Loud.
Yeah, okay. I generally don't like Anna and Elsa as their characters. And I don't care about their characters. I do like Olaf. If I have to pick a character, I would say him. Because he's funny. I find him funny. So he's like a good part. I will say the animation does look really pretty. The whole forest scene with the fire and like when she has like all those diamonds in the sky. It looks really, really pretty. So I will say that.
So, what do you think about them taking more mature sort of route? Do you think it's going more mature this one?
No, I still don't understand what is going on. I know that there's a forest that people can't get in or out of, but they somehow go into. Something's going on with Elsa. Arendelle's apparently not safe again for the second time.
So run to the cliffs. If there's ever strong wind to push you around, run to cliffs.
Apparently. But that's really all I understand. So I don't know why they went to this forest, but why Elsa's apparently in so much danger, or what's going on with Arendelle.
Well, I kind of got, it seems like, from my reaction was that there's this whole, like, magic is addicting or something like that, that Elsa might sort of fall into this pit of where she just enjoys the magic too much, maybe, or she'll turn to something else. So hopefully it's something along the lines, instead of, you know, just this origin story, the first one now it's going to go a little more in depth with Anna and Elsa. I've always enjoyed the characters. I think they've always sort of maybe broke the mold a little bit compared to some of the older Disney princesses of who they are. So I'm looking forward to it.
Theory that something's gonna happen between the sisters, or they're gonna go off. So they are sort of hinting towards it. In the clip that we saw at D23, Elsa's this whole she wants adventure. She doesn't feel comfortable being like a normal family with her sister and Kristoff doing normal stuff. She wants to like go out with adventures and stuff. And there's a line in the trailer where something like, "What am I gonna do without you?" And then Anna says, "Well, you'll always have me." Usually when people say stuff like, "I'll always be there for you," it's very foreshadowing to they're not going to be around by the end of the movie. Either they die or they get separated.
Had that with Wreck-It Ralph. Even though they're separate, they still see each other. I don't think they're going to completely separate the two sisters in different worlds where one's trapped in the forest and one has to run Arendelle. If anything, it might be where Anna becomes the next queen with, what's his name is? King? Kristoff as king. And then maybe Elsa is going to travel or do something, maybe find the next continent of magic or lead those people like Captain Marvel did with the Skrulls to find a new land for them. And so I don't think it's going to be a permanent break, though, where it's one of them dies. I can't see Disney killing off one of the two sisters.
They killed off their parents.
Yeah, but they kill off everyone's parents.
It's true.
Yeah, Mufasa. And Wakanda also. They killed off his dad. And so we'll have to wait and see. So next time we get an update or some more Disney news, we'll be here to bring it and talk to you about it here at Disney Out Loud. Bye. Money.